as Nigerians, we know our flag alone. Just like let's just say if we ask a very common Nigerian, how many colors are there in a Nigerian flag? What will you say? You say 2. Most person will say 3. Why? That's how we actually groomed from the angle of this confusion has been there over time. You ask a primary school child, how many colors do we have in the Nigerian flag? They count green, white, green, and they say 3. So the shocking aspect of things in Nigeria's nation, Nigeria, has never been. It has. Would I say it's actually in our blood? So at times I feel we are like, okay, we have a lot of shock absorbers when it comes to happenings in our dearest nation, Nigeria. All right, now I actually want us to address one of the shocking things that is, should I say, fighting us as a nation. The hunger protest that is currently looming. And everybody is at it. I enjoy the way you're finding yourself because we are all feeling the heat. So what's your take about these current looming shocks that we're having?
I don't know why the government, especially from the center, will think that with what has happened for the past 1 year, that they think that Nigerians will just fold their hands and be like, okay, let's wait for these 4 years to pass. Come on. For you to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
What is expected. For Nigeria, this is not Canada. This is not Canada. This is Nigeria.
Yeah, this is Nigeria actually. And it shocks me that during your time as a politician without a portfolio,
obviously,
you were there on the street.
Surely.
So now you don't want.
The tables have turned.
So I do not understand, and you can see the tension.
Obviously,
you can see the tension, and
the fear is actually clear, very clear.
And there is one thing about these protesters. Come on, okay, they've not the organizers. The organizers.
They are yet to be known.
They are yet to be
known.
Even
the president is scared, sincerely. For the first time, we were seeing our president running back and forth regarding things. You know, the issue of minimum wage, he was just relaxed. But this protest of late, you see the fear. The fear, it got to a point that out of fear, they had to accuse another person of actually backing this person. I'm telling you.
And for the first time, I'm seeing a president calling all stakeholders. Please come and help me. Come from the north to the south to the east to the west. Please. These people are after my life. Come and help me.
Obviously.
Oni of Ife has been there. Sultan of Sokoto. In fact, he's now remaining the chief from my village to be summoned.
Very soon to get to that level.
Or more.
With the way it's getting, like with the will I say the elastic limit had been exceeded. The Nigerians have it's just like a very popular thing saying we used to have those years. It says who let the dog out? All those comments of late, this administration have actually let the dog in every single so I'm not surprised when your village head, our president will start seeking counsel from our village head and our caretaker committees on how to resolve this issue. He's actually biting him.
And you ask the question, what went wrong? What went wrong for the past 1 year?
For the past 1 year.
That Nigeria just went so bad. The suffering, will I say, quadrupled, or will I say multiplied by 1,000? Guy, because okay, you came with the template like every other politician that wanted to become the president. You say that
blessed portfolio.
Yes.
The manifestos were sweet.
Very sweet. I will remove subsidy. Yeah,
obviously.
Oh yeah, now you've removed the subsidy.
Alpha.
But I still have an issue for some of those presidential candidates that we are like, when the suffering started, when the subsidy was initially removed, because right now subsidy is back, guys.
Obviously.
But the president cannot, he does not have the guts to open his mouth to say that subsidy is back. For the fact that persons like Peter Obi, for me, he was too smart to answer some questions to say that if it was him, that he wouldn't remove the subsidy immediately.
Yeah, that was wrong.
Yes.
That was very
yes. So you go and ask Peter Obi that when he was making those, you have to ask me, I'll say, why didn't Peter Obi make those comments tell us how he was going to remove the subsidy before
it was actually removed.
So right now,
trying to set a good example.
Exactly. So everybody is now, even the ones that say that everybody has now withdrawn to say that no, I was not going to, if I was to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I will not remove the subsidy immediately.
Okay.
That I will
actually,
my brother, it has been that way for long, that presidents upon presidents will come in and say, okay, let me watch the system. Let's see how we'll deal with this removal of subsidy. And what do you see? After 4 years, that president will go, subsidy will not be removed. But this man had the guts
to actually point it out.
Tinubu had the guts and said, I am removing it. And he removed it. But then, we Nigerians, including me, never knew that
Obviously.
That was
The
life
after
support.
effects, I'm telling
We
you.
were on life support. And when the subsidy was removed,
The effect was clearly shown.
oh,
Everybody felt
in
it.
fact, I was at Ada George.
Okay.
When we are reporting from Port Harcourt. I was at Ada George when the news happened.
Okay.
And guess what? Every fuel station around me increased their pump rate. Some just had to shut down. And that was the beginning of the issues of the new Nigeria. Till date.
To where we are today.
Today, I bought fuel at 870 naira.
870.
870 naira.
Yes.
And guy, with the nature of job I do, if I want to be productive, as in, I mean, fully productive in a day, I must use at least 10 liters of fuel. Okay. So you just ask the question, will I be able to make double or triple so that by the time I come back, do the other necessary expenses, how much will I be left with? And this is just me. Then you ask the question, what about the ordinary Nigerians out there? How have they been surviving? The cost of food, to eat a good meal.
A good meal. I like the emphasis, a good meal, not just a meal.
So there is suffering, my brother. And the people don't have a choice.
Obviously.
It's just like you've pushed them to the wall, and you just want them to just die from there. They say no. You cannot be beating a child and you tell the child not to cry. And that is what is happening right now. That is what is happening right now. So as it stands, I do not also, one way, do not support this protest in a way. Holy God.
Why would you not support the protest? Now, forgetting the fact that it is our civil right. In as much as, this protest has both, should I say, in a primary sense, it has both the advantage and disadvantage. Now, the advantageous aspect of this particular protest is for our voice to be heard. It is our civil right as Nigerians to actually air out our point. But we still remember what happened 2020. We still remember NSAS. It was actually a peaceful protest until it was hijacked. So in as much as we know our president is being heated, he is also scared that another NSAS is coming. Yeah. Because report getting to us today was that the mastermind behind this particular protest is yet to be known. But how come the news are actually flying? So it is okay to actually be scared about this protest. It is okay to actually say, okay, let's hit to the street. But I feel as a person, this person should actually come out. I know this is Nigeria. There is no how you actually come out and say you are an advocate. In the next 2 days, they will pay you off. So they will pay you off. This is Nigeria. And we all need money. Forgetting the fact that, okay, we're actually hitting the street. Let's be very realistic. If you were to hit the street tomorrow, and the president calls you today and gives you, just like we see it on our movies, Ghana must go. Just one. No, let's, in as much as you say, okay, let's hit the street, let's hit. If you were to be in their shoes, would they actually back down?
You have a very valid point.
Okay.
And I will say that out of 10 Nigerians in that position, I'm sure that 8 will collect that Ghana must go.
Way, straight up.
And move.
This is Nigeria.
Do you know why?
This is Nigeria.
Because they first start thinking about my children. How will these children go to school?
Okay.
I don't have any service for them.
Very common Nigerian mentality.
House. I don't have a house. See, let me tell you. Remember what happened with the minimum wage? I call it minimum wage saga with the NLC.
Obviously.
You guys say that a Nigerian should live with about 600,000 naira, right? That was where they started with
600,000 and above.
Yeah, and they gave us
15.
okay, and they analyzed
They gave us a breakdown.
Oh my God,
very
sweet.
For the first time, a family of 6, this is what we expect. Okay, in terms of inflation, this is what we want. They were so the analysis was very clear. It got to a point where we started attacking federal government. Okay, give us your own analysis. Because NLC presented something that they brought something to the table.
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah. And what happened?
We're back to 70.
70K. Mind you, why would Nigerians be angry?
Okay.
Because back then, minimum wage was pegged around $100.
Okay.
Back then. But now, you can't even peg the minimum wage against $100.
Yeah, obviously.
You can't even peg it around even 50. It's not even up to $50.
No.
So a Nigerian will go to work for a full month, a family man, and cannot make $50. And you say that person should not come outside and protest. So these are the issues right now. But then you have where the federal government has used diplomacy, but we've also seen them send some of their cohorts to say you guys should not come out. Yeah. If you come out, anything you see, you will collect. We started seeing from Lagos. They say they want to do some festival in some regions.
Abuja today. Abuja.
Okay.
Our FCT minister. No louder more. It's a weekend say he's going to certify our elders come August 1st. So no protest in Abuja. No protest in Abuja.
Abuja kwa?
Abuja.
What is Abuja and that kind of tradition?
He said he wants to. That day, emphatically, he said that day is for a celebration. That anybody that is planning protest should not come to Abuja. Now, funny enough, if the FCT, the Federal Capital Territory of our dearest nation, Nigeria, the giant of Africa, does not host protest that has to do with the people, I wonder where we're going to.
I wonder.
So, of late, this is first. I'll give kudos to Nigerians. We have actually praised whom, in as much as we know that we have like 56% chances of this protest actually yielding its actual fruit. Though it will actually yield fruit, but the fruit no go ripe, make everybody chop. Let's be sincere.
But that is the truth.
This fruit where with the try point, it no go ripe, make everybody chop.
So we ask, maybe lastly, what do you want the federal government to do? That is the big question. If we are going to the streets to protest, what do you want the federal government to do at this time? Some say the airline, that they should not buy the aircraft. My brother,
irrelevant thing.
What is aircraft? Will aircraft not buying the aircraft reduce the cost of Gary?
I wonder.
So the issues are what are we even clamoring for as a people? Are you getting me?
Obviously.
And whatever, in fact, most of the things that one might say that you want, okay, do you want to tell the government to bring back subsidy?
The truth is, we at some point we don't know what we want.
Yeah.
I really want to ask the organizers of this protest, if you wanted to run a protest, I feel there should be a breakdown of, okay, this is what we do day 1, this is what we do day 2. It's a 10 days protest. Are we just going to hit to the street and start making noise? Now, this was the mistake we made 2020, which resulted to the NSAS protest. Our protest is we're just making noise. We're just making noise. We're not organized. Hey, we the youth are the ones fronting this movement, and our elders are still holding on to this saying that what an elder sees sitting down. Even the youth who literally use his iPhone, we will definitely not see. So at this point, in as much as we are pressing home our point, let's be organized about it. If at the end of the day we just hit to the streets and start making noise, end bad government, must go, and it doesn't. We just. I don't want us to prolong. If not, I would have said let's cast our mind to Kenya, sir.
Yeah.
See, those guys called us weaklings. I am still not happy.
Oh my God.
They called us weaklings. Nigeria, the whole Nigeria.
I tell you.
Nigeria.
I tell you.
Weaklings, no. We must actually prove a point. Our point has to yield fruit. If it doesn't yield fruit, we are going to wait for another 4 years. One of the elders that our dearest president called said, if we are not okay with, I'm quoting his word directly, if we are not okay with this government, we should wait till 2027 election and vote out this presidency. To show you how hurting it is. So if at the end of the day, we plan a 10 days protest and there is no tangible result, sorry, we are doomed.
I wonder. So we know the background of the issues. One, we say the cost of fuel,
okay,
and the exchange rate.
Obviously, yeah, that's a valid.
What do you want the government of today to do immediately, as in with immediate alacrity, to turn back how Nigeria was the past 1 year?
Okay.
My brother, it's near impossible right now.
Obviously.
That cannot be done overnight. And these are the issues.
These are the pressing issues.
So I beg Nigerians. I beg Nigerians.
I like your begging.
I beg Nigerians.
Obviously.
Can we just please? We've been suffering, no? I understand. But as it is right now, what do you even want the government? How can, yes, you want the government to do magic? Sorry, I don't see where if you go by with the first part of the analysis now, you find out that, see, there's nothing the government can do immediately to solve the issue of hunger. When I mean immediately, generally, when I mean immediately, I mean within the next 30 days.
Impossible.
Within the next 90 days.
Impossible.
That is the truth.
Impossible.
You push them. What are we doing? As we are pushing the government, our GDP is going down.
Obviously.
The exchange rate that we've been crying about,
Actually, oh my goodness.
the production, the productivity that we've been trying to maintain, will still go down. And we'll go back after the fight.
We still return.
My brother, with our injuries.
Obviously.
Yeah, with our injuries. With our injuries. So, I think we should just, please, it's okay to come out just maybe for 1 day. But you see that's 10 days and there's no how there will not be people with different divergent views that will not come in to cause mayhem and destruction. And these are the issues.
Angry Nigerian youth.
I'm scared, my brother.
All right, finally, we have actually heard and we've been opportune to actually air out our views regarding this particular protest. I bet you if it comes to 1st of August and this particular protest does not yield its fruit, just like I earlier said, we'll be doomed. And I hope and pray that we are not doomed. That this particular protest, just like we are hitting the hashtag bad governance, at the end of the day, we will have good governance at the end of this protest. Do well to take care of yourself.